the past 45 minutes in a new fresh wave of attacks on Al-Mawasi evacuation zone, that's the eastern part of city of Khan Yunis. Heavy artillery, one person reported killed and dozens of injuries transferred to Nasser Hospital. Just for those who are not aware of what Nasser Hospital is, the only public health facility in Khan Yunis. Nasser Hospital has been stormed by the Israeli military. It was largely destroyed and severely damaged, and right now the fear is that those who are transferred to Nasser Hospital are not getting the necessary medical intervention to save their life, that they're at risk of losing their lives as we speak.
Hani, thank you very much for the update. That's Al Jazeera's Hani Mahmoud with the latest there from Deir al-Balah in central Gaza. A huge obstacle to getting humanitarian aid into Gaza are the border checks Israel insists on making before trucks are allowed to enter. Supplies arrive in Egypt on cargo ships at Port Said or by plane at Al Arish airport. Aid trucks due to enter Gaza are checked by Israeli authorities at Nitzana, then cross back into Egypt where they head to the Rafah crossing. The last time any truck was allowed to pass through Rafah was on February the 4th. Or they go to the Israeli-controlled Karam Abu Salim crossing for inspection and enter there. Before the war began, around 500 trucks a day crossed into Gaza through Karam Abu Salim. Nearly none are getting through now. Well, we spoke to Matthew Hollingworth, who's the World Food Programme's Director for Palestine, and he told Al Jazeera about why aid trucks aren't getting to parts of Gaza.
And at the moment, we're reliant on essentially one corridor to get into the north of Gaza, and that's through the Zikim entry point, or the Asirafa entry point into the northwest. However, we actually want and need to have every corridor functioning. Assistance coming in from the north, the central, the south. We need the assistance to cover multi-sectoral requirements, not just food. We need the services to be provided, not just in-kind aid to be handed over. So there's a lot more that needs to be done. It is an active war zone. We are constantly, daily, having to negotiate the access and navigate through what is a war zone to get assistance to people that need it. And that's all incredibly complicated. It could all be much easier if there was a ceasefire.
And you can watch more of my colleague Sohail Rahman's interview with Matthew Hollingworth from WFP on Talk to Al Jazeera, airing throughout the week. Now, Mohinad Hassan Itaim heads the Gaza emergency response team at the aid group Anira. He says getting aid into the strip has now become nearly impossible.
The crossings are really the impediment to getting aid in. We're now 260 days into this war, more than 8.5 months into the war. So the situation on the ground has become desperate. The chaos is ensuing, and both now the north and the south in Gaza, since the operations in Rafah began early May. So the amount of food and other aid entering into Gaza is insufficient to meet the soaring needs. What was before a challenging situation has become now even more desperate and almost impossible to deliver aid on the ground. So from our experience as an era, we've had almost 80 trucks enter into Gaza recently. What's needed is, as the numbers have been mentioned, more than 500 a day. And this requires a lot of coordination to get in. So with the delays of inspection, with the delays